Now, supporters of the Spanish far-right populist Vox have been taking to social media after the party has been prevented from participating in a televised debate. Well, let's get more on this from Alex and our team in the Cube.
Well, let's first of all take you through some of the key points here. This is Spain's Vox party. They did very well in regional elections in Andalusia, and if you follow the polls, well, it looks like they're going to do very well in the upcoming elections as well. This is their man, Santiago Abascal, the man, their presidential candidate, and he next Tuesday was due to face off with the leaders of the 4 other parties in the country in a televised debate on a privately owned television channel. That is not happening. Now, before we go into exactly why, let me just show you this when we're talking about the debate that's actually going on when we look at the internet. This is Google Trends. It shows you the most popular search terms. You've got here the Vox party over the last 7 days, and quite a significantly way down, the other 4 parties. So Vox are driving the conversation, but they will not be doing it on television. That has led supporters of Vox to say, we are being censored by the mainstream media. But it's more nuanced than that, so bear with me. Let me explain what is going on here. Well, it comes down to the fact that currently Vox might be popular, it might be being talked about, but they do not hold sufficient number of seats or votes in the last election, qualifying them to take part in these kind of debates. This is the decision by the Electoral Commission. They say television channels, they must take particular account of the results obtained by each political group in the last equivalent elections. In Spain, that was 2016, and in that election, well, Vox got 0.1% of the vote. You can see how they were way off the 5% threshold set by the Electoral Commission way back in 2011. So it isn't Vox is being excluded from this debate. It's quite simply that under the electoral law, at the moment, they're just not big enough in terms of vote share, based on the last election, to qualify. That hasn't gone down well with Vox, who very much wanted to use this platform, as you can imagine, to further their election campaign. They tweeted to say, we will continue on regardless, their hashtag España Viva. This will continue on. Our movement will go on regardless of what they're calling censorship. And in fact, the leader, Santiago Abascal, saying, well, it's clear who's in charge of the media, alleging it's his political opponents. There are those, though, who think that Vox, regardless of taking part in debates or not, are still getting too much attention. They're still being talked about too much. Contrast that for you with Santiago Abascal. Well, this user here, for example, tweeting to say, look, if we include them in debates, we're all talking about Vox. If they don't get into debates, we're all talking about Vox. Could we stop talking about Vox? That's what the opponents of Vox are saying. So, Isabel, it's a controversial decision. It's not a ban, but regardless of that, you can see how it's fueling this conversation around a party that is predicted to do well in the upcoming elections.